The Social Democrats. The Social Democratic Workers' Party of Sweden, better known as the Swedish Social Democratic Party, S, is a center-left party and currently the biggest in the country in terms of public offices held and party membership. They support LGBT+ and feminist policies such as minority quotas and state-funded maternity leave, expanding social programs through progressive taxation, environmental protection policies including the banning of nuclear energy, and further integration within the European Union. Compared to the center-right or right-wing parties in Sweden, they support a more liberal immigration policy for non-EU citizens. The Social Democratic Party was founded in 1889, making it Sweden's oldest political party. It first contested the 1893 election on a joint list with the Free Traders Bloc, which would eventually become the present-day Liberal Party. However, it wasn't until 1914 that the Social Democrats formed a government, and 1917 when they became the largest party. They have won the highest share of votes in every subsequent Riksdag election in the past 100 years. The party is led by 61-year-old Stefan Löfven, a former steel union leader and the current Prime Minister of Sweden. Prior to becoming party leader in 2012, he had been a member of the Social Democrats since he was 13 years old. He had never held an elected political position before becoming Prime Minister. The party leads a minority government in coalition with the Green Party and have a confidence and supply deal with the Left Party, which means the Left Party offers their support but are not part of the government. Ever since Sweden's accession to the European Union, the party has been a part of the Progressive Alliance of Socialists and Democrats in the European Parliament, commonly known as the S&D Group. The Moderate Party. The Moderate Party, M, is the second biggest party in Sweden. It is a center-right to right-wing party and Sweden's main proponent of liberal conservatism. Historically, it supports small government principles. It is also in favor of liberal immigration policies, although to a lesser degree than what the more left-wing parties would vouch for. The moderates are in favor of same-sex marriage, but are divided on further LGBT+ goals. The party supports the EU and its expansion eastward. The Moderate Party was founded in 1904 as the General Electoral League, a coalition of protectionist politicians in the Riksdag in opposition to the liberal and later social democratic governments. It would change its name to the Right Party, and finally the Moderate Party in 1969. The Moderate Party is led by Ulf Kristersson. He is a 54-year-old economist who worked on the Moderates' 1985 campaign and became the leader of the Moderate Youth in 1988. He was a member of the Riksdag from 1994 to 2000. He was elected as an MP again in 2014. In 2010, he became Minister of Social Security and leader of the party in 2017. The Moderate Party leads the Alliance opposition bloc, and some of its members are not opposed to forming a government with the Sweden Democrats. In 1995, it became a member of the European People's Party group in the European Parliament, along with the Christian Democrats. Sweden Democrats. The Sweden Democrats, SD, are the third largest party in the Riksdag and are neither part of the alliance nor the center-left coalition. The party supports socially conservative policies, such as those that go against LGBT+ causes. They also favor restrictive migration policies, ending the subsidization of immigration programs, and making the welfare state only available to Swedish citizens. The Sweden Democrats are strong Eurosceptics and call for Sweden's exit from the EU. The Sweden Democrats were founded in 1988 in a wave of Swedish nationalism as the successor of many failed nationalist movements, many of which were associated with fascism. Since 1995, however, the party has made successful changes to distance itself from their open and vocal neo-Nazi past, including expelling the entire youth organization. Nevertheless, it is still considered a radical party when compared to others on the right. The party managed to enter parliament in the 2010 election. The Sweden Democrats' leader is 39-year-old Jimmy Åkesson. Despite lacking a university degree, he worked as a web designer and has studied a variety of subjects ranging from philosophy and law to geography and economics. He was a former member of the Moderate Party, but left in 1995 to join the Sweden Democrats. He was elected as a councillor in 1998 and chairman of the youth movement. He has been the leader of the Sweden Democrats since 2005. The party considers itself an opposition party and has been denied cooperation by both the alliance and the government coalition, even though some in the Moderate Party and Christian Democratic bases have shown desire to cooperate with them. In 2014, they joined the Europe of Freedom and Direct Democracy group in the European Parliament, but have recently left to join the group of European conservatives and reformists. The Green Party. The Environment Party, the Greens, better known as the Green Party, MP, is a center-left to left-wing party which is currently the fourth largest party in the Riksdag. Their policies mostly revolve around environmental issues, focusing on government-sponsored green energy projects and reducing the production of waste in Sweden through government intervention. Socially, the party has similar policies to the Social Democrats, advocating for more progressive immigration, LGBT+ and feminist policies, the welfare state, and further EU integration. The party was founded in 1981 as the environmentalist answer to the results of the 1980 nuclear power referendum, but it wasn't until 1988 that they entered the Riksdag. Since its inception, the party has had a co-leadership represented by one man and one woman. The current leaders are Isabella Lövin, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for International Development Cooperation, and Gustav Fridolin, the Minister for Education. Lövin is 55 and used to be a journalist for many Swedish publications, including Expressen, Sveriges Radio, and Vecka Vin, focusing on environmental issues. She took her first elected position when she became an MEP in 2009. Fridolin, on the other hand, is 35 years old and was first elected to the Riksdag in 2002 when he was just 19 years old, which made him the youngest MP in the country's history. He resigned from office but ran again in 2010 and was re-elected as an MEP. The Green Party is the smallest party in the current minority government. In 1995, they joined the Green Group in the European Parliament, which would later become the Greens Europe Free Alliance Group. Center Party. The Center Party, C, is the fifth largest party in Sweden. Although it is a pro-free market party and a member of the alliance, in recent years it has prioritized its more left-leaning social policies, including being against nuclear energy, a more liberal immigration policy, and pro-LGBT+ policies. The party was created in 1913 as the Farmers League, which focused on agrarian politics. It formed government for less than a year in 1936, then changed its name to the Center Party in 1957. It formed a government twice more in 1976 and 1979. Their leader is Annie Lööf, a 35-year-old lawyer who joined the party in 2001. She was previously the vice president of the Center Party's youth organization, a member of the Riksdag in 2006, and the Minister of Enterprise in 2011. The Center Party is officially a member of the alliance, but recent infighting regarding whether or not to include the Sweden Democrats has caused the party to defend its social liberal program, and it is possible that they may leave and join the Social Democratic and Green Party coalition. In the European Parliament, they are a member of the Alliance of Liberals and Democrats for Europe group, together with the Liberals. The Left Party. The Left Party, V, is a left-wing party which is currently the sixth largest in Sweden. They are strongly critical of the free market economy as well as the privatization of most industries. They support LGBT+ rights, favor feminist policy, and support a larger welfare state. Their EU stance varies as they believe that European integration is necessary, but not in the way it is currently being handled. In short, they advocate for institutional reform rather than leaving the Union. The Left Party was founded in 1917, when the left wing of the Social Democrats split from the main party and became the Swedish Social Democratic Left Party. They would later become known as the Communist Party of Sweden, the Left Party, the Communists, and finally settled on the simplified name, the Left, in 1990. The party first entered Parliament in 1917 and has never been a formal government member, despite running on a joint list with the Social Democrats and the Greens in the 2010 election. The Left is led by Jonas Husted, a 53-year-old former metal worker and union leader who served as an MEP from 1995 to 2006. He then lived in the United States until 2010, where he joined the Socialist Party of the United States of America. He then returned to Sweden and was elected as an MP in 2010. In 2012, he took the role of party leader. After the successful European referendum in Sweden, the left and other parties formed the Nordic Green Left group in the European Parliament. The group merged with the confederal group of the European United Left to create the United European Left Nordic Green Left group, of which the left is currently a member. Liberals. The Liberals, L, are the seventh largest party in Sweden. They modeled themselves as a classical liberal party on the center-right, being in favor of free markets while also supporting pro-LGBT+ and feminist policies without intervening in the private sector. They also defend a liberal immigration policy. The party's predecessors are the liberal bloc of parliamentarians of the late 1800s. In 1902, they came together as the Free-Minded National Association. In 1923, a small faction of the association, which disagreed with the party's stance on alcohol prohibition, split and formed the Liberal Party. only to rejoin in 1934 as the People's Party. In 1990, they added Liberal to their name, and in 2015 became the Liberals once more. The Liberals are led by Jan Björklund, a 56-year-old retired major of the Swedish Army. He joined the youth movement of the party in 1976 and worked his way up to the party's board. He was elected as a substitute MP in 1991 and a full-time MP in 2006. That same year, he was appointed Minister of Schools until 2007, when the role became that of Education Minister. He held this position until 2014, while also serving as Deputy Prime Minister from 2010 to 2014. The Liberals are a member of the alliance and have shown intentions of leaving the coalition if the Sweden Democrats were to join it. They would likely prefer to work with a Social Democrat government in the future instead of working with the right-wing Sweden Democrats. In the European Parliament, they are members of the ALDE group, alongside the earlier mentioned Centre Party. Christian Democrats. The Christian Democrats, KD, are the smallest party in the Riksdag. They present themselves as a party who represents Swedish Christian values. Their policies include taking care of the elderly, an education centered on parental discretion, and a free market economy with low taxes to fight unemployment. They are considered a center-right to right-wing party and are the most conservative party in the alliance, as well as the most critical of liberal immigration policy. The party was founded in the 1950s as the Christian Social Responsibility Party, an organization defending Christian schools from the government which sought to secularize education. In 1964, it became the Christian Democratic Union organization, but it did not enter the Riksdag until 1985, when they ran in a joint list with the Centre Party. In 1987, they changed the party's name to the Christian Democratic Social Party, but failed to retain their one seat in the 1988 election. In 1991, they returned to Parliament and finally became the Christian Democrats in 1996. The Christian Democrat leader is Ebba Busch Thor, a 31-year-old former secretary to a local councillor. She gained recognition within her party by showing herself to be more radical than other members. This helped her become the leader of the party's youth organization in 2011. A longtime critic of the party leadership, she successfully took over as leader in 2015. The party, although loyal to the alliance and its members, is the most welcoming of the idea of the Sweden Democrats joining a future government along with a moderate party. They entered the European Parliament in 1999 and have since been members of the European People's Party group with the moderate party. Feminist Initiative. Feminist Initiative, FI, has no seats in the Riksdag, but holds one seat in the European Parliament. They are a left-wing party that prioritizes feminist causes, such as equal pay and gender quotas. The party also supports further EU integration. The party was announced in 2005 as a pressure group and became a political party later that year. It did not experience any electoral successes in the 2006, 2010, or 2014 general elections, as well as the 2009 European election, but finally won a seat in the 2014 European elections. Like the Green Party, Feminist Initiative also has two leaders, Gudrun Schyman and Gita Nabavi. Nabavi is a 36-year-old media and technology graduate who worked as a freelance consultant. She joined the party in 2006 and was elected to the Stockholm City Council in 2014, where she became group leader in 2016. That same year, she was elected as co-leader of Feminist Initiative. Schyman is a former Left Party leader. She joined the Left Party in 1988 and, while a member, also won a seat to the Riksdag and became leader in 1993. She held that position until 2005, when she was expelled after being charged with attempting to take illicit tax deductions. She then co-founded Feminist Initiative and became its co-leader in 2013. Although it isn't a party in the Riksdag, local members have been known to work with the Social Democrats and Green Party blocs, forming red, green, pink alliances. In the European Parliament, they sit in the S&D group with the Social Democrats. Numerous other parties are running in the Swedish election on the 9th of September 2018, but none of them have polled higher than 1% in recent weeks.